I think at Drexel you look around you and everyone seems to know what they're doing, have a plan, and be getting it, and that's far from the truth. If you are struggling with a course, you are not alone. This is so common with students, and 99% of the time there is a resource or a support that can help you.
I think going into college, I was definitely kind of nervous to ask for help.
In high school, they don't really teach you how to prepare for your college courses.
There was kind of this energy of you should be able to do this all by yourself and you should be able to figure it out by yourself. And if you ask for help, you're weak almost and not able to do it. It is okay to ask for help, and there shouldn't be shame around it, whether it's academically, personally, mental health wise, whatever it is. Drexel especially just has so many different things that you can turn to, academic and otherwise. A huge resource is the academic advisors themselves. My advisor has been so wonderful and just always helping me no matter what questions I had, no matter how stupid they were, how stupid they felt, just figuring out the best plan of action for me and fitting in things that I wanted to do.
We meet students pretty early on in their college career, and we're usually working with them until they graduate, so that relationship does get to develop. Even if you're just coming to us once a term, right, that we're reliable, consistently there for you. And we're not judging you, we're not grading you, we are in your corner. Our calendars are linked right on their portal, so they can schedule an appointment with us whenever they want. We can do Zoom appointments, in person, we can hop on the phone if need be. We're always available over email.
Normally I get a response within the same day, and one of the things that I love the most is when I have some sort of idea or interest in, for example, a minor or something, or just a change of plan and study. They help create a spreadsheet to show you what your classes would look like and when you need to take specific classes so that you're staying on the right track.
There are so many resources and support people at Drexel. It's kind of overwhelming. So your professor is a great resource, especially if it's a smaller class and your professor invites students to office hours and has the time for individual attention.
I think office hours are such an important thing to use. It really is just such a great way to get to know your professor. Just knowing your professor helps you know the material more, in my opinion. And also just establishing that relationship with your professor can be really helpful for later on, if you need a recommendation or a reference, or if your professor has a research opportunity or something.
For bigger classes, a professor might not have as much time for individual attention. So that's when the Academic Resource Center comes in. The Academic Resource Center is this place where they have subject tutoring. There's not just tutors there, there are generalists, there are coaches. They are really good at helping you organize yourself, manage your time. You actually can go into the Academic Resource Center. A lot of students do this. They just have an open study hall. You don't even need to have a reason. You can just go and sit.
I would utilize the resources that the ARC has at any point you think that you need extra help outside of it.
I've used the Drexel Writing Center, which is a really helpful one. It's other Drexel students who are trained to give writing advice, and it can be for an essay, for a resume, for a research paper. There's so many different things. Really, whatever you want, you can go to them to get writing help with, and you can do it in any stage. If you've just started and you need help brainstorming, or if you have a full draft, really whatever, they're happy to look at it. There's a bunch of them who are bilingual, if English isn't your first language. It's very easy to set up appointments. You can go as often as you want. If you want to work with the same person every time, you can do that. If you want to work with a different person, you can also try that. I think they also have virtual appointments if you're on co-op somewhere. So they make it very easy to meet, and it really is about just however they can best support you in your writing, wherever you are in your writing.
My role as a tutor is to just provide any information that students may need in terms of what they're struggling with academically.
Math is not my best subject, so I like using the Math Resource Center, and I found that benefited me, especially when it came to exams.
So on a day-to-day basis, students don't need an appointment to seek help at the MRC. They usually come to the MRC and they're signed in by the front desk person, and then the student manager usually assigns them a tutor that's well-versed in that class that they're seeking help for.
My role as a tutor would be just being like an extra helping hand, whether it's like academically, socially, anything really. I generally ask like, what kind of topic are you studying and what have you specifically found difficult, and then work from there.
Don't be scared that you have to have it all figured out. You're there to learn and we're there to help you, and so the moment you realize that, oh, there's something I'm confused about, even if it's the first day of that class or the first day of that topic that you're learning, always come.
I typically use the study booster sessions. They happen, I think, like the day before your midterm or your final, and I found that helps increase my score for my midterm and my final.
There's so many supports and resources at Drexel that are included in your tuition that are meant to help you.
Push past your anxiety, and you never know what could work out if you don't try. I don't want to imagine where I would be if I hadn't tried, because it can be hard to get out of your comfort zone, but at the end of the day, it's a lot better to admit that you're struggling than to suffer in silence.
Don't be embarrassed and don't be scared about any type of confusion that you have. Even if you think it's over the simplest thing, somebody else has had that confusion before. Somebody can answer your question. Everybody's been in your shoes before. Everybody has been in a situation where they're like, I don't know what to do. So it's no big deal, and I understand that might not alleviate any embarrassment, but truly, you shouldn't be embarrassed, and it will be 10 times more helpful if you reach out in the first place.
If you're scared of asking for help and like not knowing where to start by asking someone who you already know and trust. And yeah, then, once you get help from someone, then you get to know them better, it becomes more comfortable, and I think it's just kind of taking that initial first step.